Good morning. So, come to Ravenscar this morning. It's been about a month since last been here. In fact, last time I was here I found a lovely Porpoceras, which just waiting to get prepped. It's not quite ready yet though. So, the reason I come to Ravenscar today is because we've got a really low tide today. So, low tide is at 11. I've just got here, it's 20 past 7 in the morning. Driven through the lovely countryside with little fog patches all in the fields. Been quite pretty, even though they closed the A64, which is rather annoying for my my particular journey. But yeah, looking forward to today. I've not been out on the coast for a little while. Been doing a bit of other stuff, so we'll see what we'll find. But it's looking very nice and calm down there. Robin Hood's Bay in the distance. We're just making our way down a track, go across the golf course and down through. Hopefully at this time the ferns will have died back a little bit, because last time I remember getting very wet. I don't really want to do that today, so yeah, we'll see. So, closer look at Robin Hood's Bay. We're pretty lucky here on the coast. The Yorkshire coast, it's pretty much got well, it's one of the best sequences geologically of the Jurassic, even a bit of Cretaceous. So Robin Hood's Bay is particularly interesting. If you ever get a chance to read Howard's paper on the works of Leslie Bairstow, it describes it in quite a lot of detail. But if we start over there, somewhere around there in the corner's Castle Chamber. So this section here is Robin Hood's Bay North, and that's kind of going from the plains back in, and it goes around through the Cinemurian, and somewhere around here I think there's a little bit of Hatangian. That's the oldest bit, and then it goes back up the sequence, back up through the Cinemurian, and comes back in, and then into the Twarshan. So that's kind of the sequence. So the start of the Jurassic is the Hatangian, then it goes to the Cinemurian, and then it goes to the Pliensbachian, and then it goes to the Twarshan. And then if you carry on going, you can get to the Alenian, the Bajocian, the Bathonian, the Calovian, and then the Oxfordian. And I think that's where we get then to the Cretaceous, if I remember right. I'm remembering all that lot hopefully correctly. So Ravenscar is quite interesting in that it's probably, well, it marks the end of the Twarshan stage in Yorkshire. So if you go from Redcar down to here, we're going up, generally up through the ages, starting old and getting younger. And yeah, this is where the Twarshan ends, which is where you find all the Dacks and Hildies. So then we're getting into younger rocks, and a lot of those rocks further south of Ravenscar aren't really marine. So this would have been very shallow seas or dry land. So you can just see sticking out the water there in the middle of the screen, that's peak. So you can tell that it's been a high tide today, because that's still underwater, and normally that'd be exposed by now. You might be able to see that it's full of seals. I seem to like peak in the summer months. I don't know if I can zoom in enough, but they're definitely down there. The peak fault is a major uplift. It's about 160 metres, so it's quite strange that on this side of it we've got a really short sequence of the Pliensbachian going into the Cinemurian, and then on this side of it we're into the Twarshan with the jet rock, and there's a very small condensed version of the grey shales. It's the Bifrons, It goes to grey shales, and then it goes to the jet rock, and it goes to the Whitby mudstone, alum shale, cement shales, and the Foxcliff siltstone member. So yeah, again, interesting geology here. But look at that, how stunning that is. Very peaceful down here. Should mention that this is a seal colony. So the site itself is run by the National Trust. There's a massive seal colony here. There's about 300 seals at least, and we are coming into the winter months, which means that the seals will be getting on heavily pregnant soon and be giving birth usually in the next month or two. So this time of year it's really important to keep seal disturbances to a minimum. So if you are coming down here, please do use the alternate paths, don't disturb the seals. They also do get vicious at this time of year when they've got young, and the males obviously are very protective and quite big as well, so yeah, you don't want to get bitten by a seal. And also it can be quite distressing for the young ones, so yeah, please be careful and respect the wildlife, because it's their home, not ours. Well, that is just simply stunning. Wow, you can see down there little seals bobbing their heads out of the water. Again, that's what they like to do. Just sit there with the head poking out. There's quite a lot of them, to be fair, out there. I'm not doing any justice with this camera, even though it's a good camera really. But yeah, stunning sunrise, and we're heading down this bit. So that is Bleewhite Point, and I said that's where the Tuarcian deposits end. So as we go further along, the rocks are getting younger in age, so they're basically sinking. They're going down on an incline. Right, made it down. I'm tick free. If you do come this way or anywhere where there's deer paths and ferns, please do check yourself for ticks. That's where they live. But yeah, the bracken's still quite high. I've got slightly damp pants, but it'll soon dry off. It's always warmer down here as well, so at the top of the hill it felt very much like coat weather, but down here, well, it's like summer. Yeah, definitely don't need a coat to Ravenscar. I've got a raincoat in the bag in case it rains, but yeah, it's always at least 5 degrees warmer down here than anywhere else. Oh, so we've come out at the jet rock. There's a nice big peak stone there. Yeah, oh, it's absolutely lovely. There's a seal just out there. It's watching. Oh, it's gone. Pointed at it and its head sunk under the water. So yeah, we'll head this way and walk along, see what we can find. So I'm down on the beach, not too much so far, but you'd find this nice little dack middle of a worn nodule. Didn't really film doing that one, but then again, nice little nodule, giving it a crack. Hey, and there's a lovely little dack in there. So there is stuff here. 2 dacks down already. I've only been here a couple of minutes, so that'll be too bad. There's not much beach to go out though. The sea's still not gone out much yet, but it should start going pretty quick soon. I'd expect it to go pretty quick soon if it's going to be a super low tide. Just looking through all the rocks. You can see there's a small one there. I'm not going to dig that one out though. It's in a loose block of shale, but yeah, it's too small to bother with. But yeah, I'm looking at all the fallen shale blocks in case there's anything sticking out. And that's had one in, but no, there's another one there actually. I reckon that could be there actually, a tiny little one. I might give it a little tap, but oh, what's that there? Ah, there we go. Well, it's a little bit battered, but it will have a middle. It goes to show. Yeah, here. Oh, unsurprisingly that one didn't come to anything. Oh, I have spotted one. Can you see it in the picture? Looks like it's quite a nice one as well. Is it all there though? Oh, I think it is. That's a nice one. It's only small, but it's nice. Almost looks like someone's had a tap at that and discarded it for some reason, but yeah, it's all there, especially from that side. So, unfortunately, as expected, it's shale preserved. So, yeah, this bit is here, but then all the rest of it's crushed. So that would have been a lovely hildy though. Yeah, nice size. Probably a semi-polytum, but yeah, you do get them like this where they're preserved in shale and they're just, yeah, they're not there. So leave that for others to see. Still nice to see them. So I just picked this nodule up. Wasn't really anything showing much. Quite often these are empty, but this does have an ammonite in. I'm pretty sure it's not a pseudo, so it could be a candidate for a hogear. I don't know, it's a little bit missing, but obviously could be cut down to a smaller size. But yeah, if that is a hogear, I'll be well happy. Make the trip. It looks like there might be some crushing on it, which is, yeah, it's whether to give it another little tap, because there is a crack running through there. Just to see, don't know. Well, that is a hogear. Focus. You can see the nodes there. It's not a greatly preserved one, but it's definitely a hogear. Not sure about that middle. Come on, focus. Yeah, definitely a hogear. So yeah, quite happy with that. Unfortunately, I think there's some crushing here. That's obviously where I bashed it first time when I didn't know the rote in it. But this lot looks alright, it's just whether it's got a middle or not. But certainly, yeah, something I've been looking for quite a while, so quite happy with that. Oh, I don't believe this. Found one last time. I think that's another. It is. That's another Porpoceras. Oh wow. And in good condition too. Big square keel. Bit smaller than the last one, but oh yeah, that's another Porpoceras. Wow. Amazing. A hogear and a Porpoceras, that's a pretty good day. A little shell down there as well. Might take that as well. Oh, Porpoceras. Yeah. Good day so far. A couple of interesting nodules. There's one there. I've got one just there. There's possibly one there as well. So it took me a little while to get that one out. See if there's out in it. Well, again, something quite interesting. This block, it's quite full of shells, but I split it and there is an ammonite in there. It's very ribby. Very ribby. I'm not sure what it is. I mean, it could be a pseudo, but it looks a bit too ribby to be a pseudo. So again, something interesting. Not sure what it is. I'm going to bag it. Interesting indeed. Just making my way across the rocks. Still beautiful. Saw this lying on the ground like that, and there's some grammos in it. So they're pretty badly worn. 1, 2, possibly one there, possibly half of one there. So I'm going to give it a tap, see if it's out inside. There we go. Top. One nice little one, just needs the middle taking out. That one's split. It's alright. Nice little negative with positive behind it. So 3 little grammos out of that rock. Not bad. I spotted this horrible dirty rock. But inside is an ildy. Nice little ildy too. Lovely. So I'm at the end bay. Just been bashing a few little tiny nodules that I found. So you can see there's usually imprints on them. So a little tiny one in there. These ones have just split quite nice in the focus. Again, little Porpoceras. I like that one. That's lovely, is that? All pyrotised. Lovely. It's a bit different. I think it might be a juvenile pseudo, that, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a different one. That or a little philo or something. Have to get some advice on that. Again, a little one. A little one just needs the middle popping out. There's one in there. Yeah, plenty there. And then I've got a few nodules to bash. This one looks like it will go very easily. Just refusing. I'll have to give that just a little bit more of a tap. Very lightly. It's always hard doing this on camera. In fact, I won't do it on camera. We'll have a little split and see what happens. Right, I'm just giving it the lightest of taps and it's split. Sort of. Oh, there we go. Doesn't look like it split very well. No, it's not split very well at all. Alright, that's not split well at all. Oh well, never mind. Yeah. Finally an half decent sized block. Could be full of shells, could be full of grammos. Let's give it a go, see what's in there. It's an hard one. Not looking like it's going to have a win, this one. It's a good split. Oh, there's something. Oh, that's hard work, is that? That's got a split going down it there as well, so there's definitely a gramo in there. Let's see if that'll just... And there's one there as well, actually. Let's tap that off. Yeah. That's definitely loose, is that? Oh! Yeah, there we go. There's one in there, and two in there. There's one in there as well. Right, tap that one down a bit further just in case there's something else in there. Tide's racing out now. Still another hour before it's all the way out though. I'm going to start looking at that low tide soon. At the moment, there's grammos everywhere. Look at that one. It's fresh. Fresh and juicy. And juicy indeed. Got to be something in there. I can't see it on the surface. A bit of wood going through it actually. So, I'll give it a bash. See what's in it. It's always hard working out which is the best angle to hit it from. Go there. Didn't work. work. Softening it up slightly. There we go. There's a gramo. Ooh. So, they're only small, but yeah, there's some more in there. I can see there's one there. There's one there, so there could be more in that. I am going to bash it more, see if we can get some more out of it. Let's see. Funny. Just while I was looking at this, that just caught my eye over there. If I hadn't been at this angle, I don't think I'd have seen it. Look at that. Little gramo block there as well. Lovely. Going to be a heavy bag taking up the cliff today. Always nice when find a nice big chunk of ammonite like that. Probably a bit of Porpoceras. See all the suture marks on it. Shows you how big they can be. Keep looking for a big one. Oh, that's been left up high and dry. I think it's a dead one. Doesn't look to have any spikes. Oh, let's have a look. Oh no, he's alive. Oh god, these things look so alien. Look at all those little legs. And that mouth. I mean, look at those teeth. That is a weird creature. I think what we're going to do with you is we're going to roll you off into the rock pool. Bye bye. Boink. There you go. Oh, he's upside down. How did he manage to get upside down? Get the right way around, silly sausage. There we go. Right. He's in the rock pool and safe now. Right, I'm looking at the high tide, the low tide mark, so we've got one more hour of the tide going out. So as you can see, it looks totally different. It's way out further than it normally does already. So I'm just having a look, see if there's anything in these ledges, rock pools. Don't look to be loads of them, I've got to say, but at some point there should be some beds, because as we go along there, this big rockfall along here basically has covered the variability subzone, because it then crops out sort of further along there in the shale. Not that there's anything to collect. And then above it is the Porpoceras beds, so, or the Thuense zone. So yeah, somewhere along here you'd expect to start finding the variability subzone. So we'll see. If I find it, I'll let you know. There's a couple of ammonites in the shale bed. You can see one there, that's all worn out. So another one somewhere. Lost it. Yeah. Not loads, so there's another part of one. That looks like a Porpoceras of some sort. So that means that's too low down. That's the case. Making my way back now. Just doing the bit that was here when the tide was in. A few little dacks showing. That one's not all there, unfortunately. Obviously this tide was covering this when I first got here. It's now all the way out there, but I've had a bit of a rummage round there and it's not looking very promising, so I thought I'd do the mid line. Yeah, I'm gonna just do this short little bit and then head up the cliff. The bag's reasonably heavy. I've had a pretty good day. I can't say I've had a bad day when I've had a Porpoceras and a hogear. So plenty of gramos, a hildy, a few dacks. So yeah, not bad. Yeah, we'll be piling it all in the bag shortly and heading up the hill for possibly another location while the tide's still nice and low. There you go, look. One there. Oh, that's a shame. It's missing. That one's alright though. What's the shore? There we are. Right, I'm halfway up the hill. Well, probably more than halfway actually. I've done the worst bit, put it that way. It's quite a heavy bag when you start walking up a hill. So, tide you can see is going out now. We're almost on the low. It is a big low actually. And you can see that. I just wanted to show you the rings of Robin Hood's Bay. So you can see that all around here there's like little rings, and Scots Robin Hood's Bay was a pushed up dome of material. So each one of the rings starting from there as you're going out towards the sea is a different bed, and it's getting older. So the oldest beds are actually out in the middle of the bay. So yeah, very interesting place, but very hard to find stuff. Every now and then I'll do a little wander along there and occasionally pick the odd thing up, but it's very hard to find stuff at Robin Hood's Bay. Really want the weather to be horrible and a scouring tide, all the sand gone, and proper strong sea to rip all the beds up, and then you got some chance of finding something. Right, rest of the hill to do. Right guys, just an example of what you shouldn't do when you're fossil hunting. These guys are tapping stuff out of the cliff. Stood right underneath it, and you know what? All it'll take is a small little bit of that cliff to fall down, hit you on the head, and you'd be dead. I know there's personal safety, you know, you see your own risks and stuff, but you're just encouraging other people to do it if you do. So guys, just don't do it. It's not worth it. Right, first stack of the day. Hey, there's one there, and there's a lovely one poking out there. Cool. Yeah, bonus Porpoceras. That's definitely in there. Looks a good one. Yeah. There's one. Or is it all there? Ooh, a bit of damage. Bit of crushing. Yeah, not the best. Oh, that looks a good nodule down there. No, it's not. There's not been much round here. So the tide is already coming in, so yeah, time to depart. I've not done a lot of filming because I knew the tide was going to come in very quickly. So yeah, I've bagged a few nodules though, but nothing amazing to show you, just dacks really. So yeah, all good. So I'm back home after a really nice weekend fossiling actually. The weather was superb, big high tides, big lows. So yeah, quite nice to get out really. Really enjoyed myself. So Saturday hit Ravenscar and did really well there. Loads and loads of bits and pieces. Some lovely gramo blocks. Yeah, plenty of decent specimens. Always lovely when they come in multis, plenty of little bits of dacks and stuff, so yeah, box full of bits that most likely will trade. So my first decent hogear, or decent sized hogear, and another Porpoceras, which yeah, tally for this year is 3, which is incredible. Yeah, some really good finds there. I also, on that day, I thought, well, I'll nip down to Saltwick Bay while I pick up these fossils. Picked up some really good bits. So, a lovely little Cotswold Gramnoceros block. So, yeah, from a recent-ish field trip. A bit of Middle Jurassic stuff. That's a Proplanulites. Another Gramo from Cotswold cephalopod bed. And this one is one I picked up a little while ago, which I think is a Pseudogramnoceros. Lovely lemony calcite on that. And the star of the show, this fantastic Cadoceras species with the sutures all polished up. So yeah, it was lovely. I did then go and collect a little bit of Middle Jurassic material from Yorkshire. I think this one is going to be a lovely little ammonite. I'm not sure what it is at this stage yet, needs a bit more prep. It's either a small microconch Cadoceras, or could be some sort of Sigloceras. We'll see. And I think that'll be a Keplerites again, Curtilibus. They seem to be quite common where I collect. So yeah, a couple of interesting little bits, only small but nice. I've looked at this a little bit more. I still don't know quite what it is, but I think it's a juvenile Pseudolioceras bulbiense. But if it's right, if I'm wrong, do correct me in the video. There's another one back there as well. I think it's a baby pseudo. We'll see. And then on the Sunday, I met up with Fossil Swede, Matthias. He's over for the week, so if you see him on the beach, say hello. Lovely guy. We'll be hunting again later on in the week as well. I'm going to some different locations, but he brought me some presents. So we got some lovely little trilobites. Again, lovely trilobites. Some interesting preservation on the belemnites there. Another little trilobite lump. Again, fantastic detail for something so old. I love this piece. This is amazing. So it might only be the head, but wow, look at that. That's well cool. So yeah, even a cystoid. So yeah, some really cool finds that he's had over in Sweden, in the Ordovician. Yeah. So even older than our ammonites. Pretty cool. So yeah, really good weekend and some nice finds to bring back for the collection. So see you next time.